Wow. Just wow. There you go, golf fans. Welcome into the channel. This is massive news today. EA Sports has partnered with the PGA Tour to bring back the beloved franchise and all of their golf games that come with it. We don't know exactly who's going to be the title sponsor. Rory McIlroy. Obviously, Tiger Woods just signed with 2K, but the news has been broken, and EA is bringing back and coming back to the fight of the competition of how our golf game community is going to be portrayed and played moving forward. So first off, I'm kind of like at a very questionable standpoint here of exactly is this kind of a whose cojones are bigger type game? Because if you think back of the history and the relationship between EA and 2K, is this kind of, now that 2K has broken into the golf market, EA is like, you know what, I don't want them to have that. Here's a bunch of money, go out and destroy them. Because if you think back, EA used to have the best basketball game. And then 2K came on the scene and kind of took that away from them early in the 2000s. And then EA NBA Live has really not come to fruition like it was supposed to in the reboot. And then you think about what is the main sport that EA has. They have Madden. Madden has absolutely destroyed any 2K game, or I mean, people love the 2K NFL games, but that has been a thing of the past. And now you heard last year that 2K has signed on with the NFL for 5 years to bring out a NFL style game. And that 2K has now taken over, obviously, with the golf club, the golf version of this. Is this more of a money grab? Is this we're going to actually invest because this is a valuable market for them? Or is this just, we want to make sure that 2K hears us because they have done this to us in the past, and we're going to go bigger and badder, and we're going to make this game even better than what they currently have? So that's kind of just been like what's playing in my mind right now of how this is all going to go about. But I kind of just want to go through some of the things and some of the information, and we'll read through this right here of some of the things that possibly can come, such as the Players' Championship is obviously a huge thing, the FedEx Cup playoffs, and also just partnering with the PGA Tour, such as like the announcers. Let's see what kind of announcers do they get. Do they get Jim Nance to be the voice in the video game? One of the big things that was always great, and I used to love playing Rory McIlroy. Unfortunately, my Rory McIlroy game is from my Xbox days, so I don't have it to run some gameplay right now. But the one thing that EA always had was you could play with the players, and that's a huge thing to have. 2K has not brought that ability into their game where you can actually play as Justin Thomas or play as Bubba Watson, and that was always something that they always had that 2K has always missed out on. So I'm sure that is the first thing that they are going to deliver to this game, is being able to play with the pros. Now, I'm very intrigued to see exactly how they do in their course design. They do mention here that you'll be able to build your virtual career, experience the sights, the sounds, and the thrills of the PGA Tour, including the Players' Championship, the FedEx Cup playoffs, and more unforgettable events. So that sounds like a very intuitive My Career mode, but they have to break into the course builder if they want to pull a majority of the community from the 2K. I'm very intrigued to see what kind of tools they're willing to give the people, or even if they have the capabilities to give the important tools, because fantasy courses and course design are such a huge and fun part of this game that if they want to get any of the attention, they're going to have to definitely pull in that area. The one big thing that I think they will have the ability to do that 2K still hasn't done is 2K hasn't invested in the money, which is in the servers. So if you remember, EA Sports was very good with their swing timing. Their perfects, their ability to go for perfects is very good because their servers were able to maintain the consistencies and the amount of people who are on the servers. 2K has not been able to do that. They have not been able to carry their weight with it, and that's why you see a lot of the people playing right now in a very fast swinging method as kind of like the only way that they can play, because it is so inconsistent. Another thing that they have struggled on, which they have gotten much better since the previous golf club games, is the ability to spin the ball and the ability to shot shape the ball. You can't really shot shape the ball with inconsistencies of swing timing, and that's something that was very beneficial and a huge part of the previous EA games where you could hit fades, you could hit draws because you knew that you were capable of hitting a perfect swing. And when you wanted to hit a wedge or a 9-iron, you could really get the ball to rip back on the greens depending on the conditions. That's something that 2K kind of fails to deliver a lot of the times, and they are getting better at it. But will they be willing to spend the money to invest in their servers, to invest in their gameplay, to bring light to those issues that they have? Because if EA is bringing the Rory McIlroy game, they already have that base bare bones that they need to bring to the forefront of this game. They're going to definitely bring in improved visuals and improved player likeness. So it really just comes down to who is willing to kind of put up the money and who's really to dive headfirst all in. Now, let's just say EA does have the ability to put a whole course builder that's very comparable, if not just as good as the 2K model. On top of that, they add in the ability to play with the actual real players. If you combine those two things with the ability of a smoother transitioning and timing and just overall better servers, who's to say you won't pull a lot of people from this game? But you have to think, though, what is one of the most attractive things that 2K has going for them right now that was announced within the last 2 weeks? Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods draws so much attention. Being able to play with Tiger Woods also draws so much attention. So that is a huge thing that EA may not be able to overcome. Now, how EA can overcome the Tiger news going over to 2K Sports would be their ability, A, to also get Tiger to sign on this one. I don't know what the contract deals are, but if you have to think of non-player, what is the number one thing that could potentially draw more people over to the EA game? And that's to get the copyright released to them for Augusta National. So if you combine some things here, you get Augusta National, you get a ability to play with the actual pros in just a local match or just an online just versus match. You put a capable course builder system. You combine all those with a really good swing timing servers because they know they're going to put the money into it. Who's to say you don't pull a lot of people from 2K Gaming? And really just start the juices flowing and get this competition rolling, because we're about to get into a heated battle of golf games. And I think they're seeing the drastic increase in the amount of people who are interested in this sport again. And they know that gaming is such a viable part of reaching out to the community that they have to get into this market again. This is kind of like an outstanding idea, but potentially it could be a good one that might attract people because they like to be in comparison with AI players while they play their online societies. That's definitely a way that EA could go, or maybe 2K could go if they wanted to go down this route. But being able to play your online society while you're also playing against AI players, so that way you can kind of adapt in the leaderboard to see where you are, see where you finish, as well as kind of make it just a little bit extra on top of that. I mean, that's kind of like an outlier. People like playing against other people. So, and if that's the situation, EA also has the ability, or 2K if they really wanted to, but I think EA, if they come hot onto the market here and they just put their foot down, they do a ranked gameplay mode where it makes it very competitive. That is something that I have previously mentioned in another video, but that's something that this game dramatically needs as well. So if you kind of just recap, this is huge news here. I don't want to take up too much time as I'm just still trying to grasp a lot of this information and just see where this goes. I'm really looking forward to, but if they have already announced this, then that means that it's in the making to probably release later this year. That's what I would assume. We are only in March. They release this information now. They know that 2K releases in August, so they're probably trying to go match for match with them and release one in August. And if they have this information to release, that means that this game has previously been in development and it's just been pretty much kept under wraps, which is a huge benefit as well. They can see the errors that 2K has made and they can kind of take from that and produce a quality product. So we'll see where this goes. So definitely follow along, and we're going to just see the competitive really go out. I wouldn't be surprised if you see some dramatic news coming forward about this game and the players that they sign, the equipment that they sign, or just more photos and videos as we come across. But I'm very excited to what the future holds in all of gaming, especially golf video games, and I'm going to do my best to bring whatever content I can. I don't have an affiliation with 2K, so if EA comes out with a quality product and 2K comes out with a quality product, obviously I'm going to be very unbiased and just give you guys whatever I can give you and help you guys out in whatever way I can help you guys out in. The excitement has kind of taken over at this point, but you guys all enjoy your week. Stay tuned for some more videos. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for watching this. This is going to be some quality content moving forward, and I'm going to deliver a lot more of this information. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Definitely like this video so that way we can get it passed around to more and more people and then get this information. With that, I leave you all to have a great week. Catch you later.